Hi, 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 my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls. How is everybody this evening? I would like to thank you all for tuning in to the Luna Darling Experience podcast. Tonight we are going to have one of my lovely, lovely, lovely spiritual sisters, Celestial Unique, come through to educate us a little bit about Reiki healing, as well as the best methods for meditation, and to explain um, the chakra systems in the body as well. Um, Today is going to be an interesting show, and I'm so excited um, to have my sister join me. Why? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to bring her in. Sis, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm so excited that you're here tonight. We're gonna have so much fun. So much fun. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
Oh, hold on, sis.
hmm
I keep falling over here. Keep falling. Keep falling. Let me set you up the proper way. Okay, here we go. So, are you excited? I'm excited
I'm
because
excited.
my sister is a whole freaking genius. Okay, let's talk about that first. And so she's going to educate the hell out of you guys, and I hope that you are ready. Okay, sister. So I want you to introduce yourself, tell the beautiful people what you do, um, how gifted you are, and then we'll get into some of the interview.
Okay. Well, I am Celestial Unique, owner of Awaken to More and Celestial Reiki and Healing Bar, LLC. I am
Mm-hmm.
a Reiki master. I am an animal Reiki practitioner, a color Reiki practitioner, a Karunaki Reiki practitioner, and also a Kundalini Reiki practitioner. I do
Yes,
chakra
ma'am.
work. I do a lot of um, energy body healing systems. So not just our regular body system within our bodies, our meridians, our chakras,
Mm-hmm.
but also our different levels of our auras. So of our auroric levels.
Beautiful. Yes. So, okay, so let's get into it. My first question is, sis, can you explain to the people exactly what Reiki is for those who may not have the knowledge of it or may never heard of it before?
So Reiki is the best way to put it would be universal life force. It's very simplistic, but that's kind of the best way to put Reiki because it's universal. It Reiki heals across modalities. It doesn't matter your religion, your dominion, your spirituality, who you are, what you worship, what you do. It don't color what, but it's universal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thank you for that. So, okay, so let me ask you. So you say it's universal. So in a sense, it's kind of like you would be pulling the healing energy from the universe to bring down into you to be able to heal others, is what you're saying.
yes, Reiki
Okay.
practitioners, we ourselves do not do the healing. We are just
Mm-hmm.
channels to allow it to flow through us.
Yes, absolutely. I definitely agree with you with that. That is why healers are so big on teaching others how to heal themselves. Um, and so that's one of the many beautiful gifts of Reiki.
Mhm.
And so that is a beautiful blissful blessing. I'm gonna say that. Okay, so now tell us what can Reiki be used for?
So Reiki can be used for, like I said, it's universal. You can use it for anything under the book. Literally anything you could think of. Oddball situation. College student, they have exams, they're nervous for the exam. They can schedule a distance Reiki session to happen the same time as their exam. They'll help them keep calm to pass their test.
Well, that's good to know. I'll keep that in for future reference in case I gotta take a test, honey. Okay, examples would be, as you said, taking a test. How about pain management, right?
Definitely.
Um,
Pain management, alleviating different disorders, skin
mhm,
problems. Because when you're addressing Reiki, we're not addressing symptomatic issues. So you go to the doctor,
mhm,
they address by symptom. When you receive Reiki, Reiki goes to the root issue and heals it that way. So by
okay.
healing the root issue, it does the pain that's going on. Once you fix the pain,
Mhm.
you fix all the symptoms, you fix all the elements. It heals from the inside out.
And that's one of the most beautifulest things about Reiki. Reiki is because um as you said, it can be used for anything, as far as humans, as far as animals, food, as you said, exams, anything that you possibly can think of. And it's because it's more so of a I want to say it's a cure, right? In a sense, and not more so kind of a treatment. Um, and I say that because, as we know, in the medical industry, right, they
Mm-hmm.
they do not do anything to cure us. They do stuff to treat us. And so that continues to keep us coming back, and that's the revolving door. So with Reiki, is what you're saying is that you tackle the issue that's causing um the reaction to happen.
Correct. But I do want to say, I wouldn't say Reiki is a cure. I would say
Okay.
Reiki is a trigger for regrowth. So if there's
I like the way you
any
put that.
issues, anything in a person's house or within their body, it regrows it to where it needs to be. It fixes the blueprint because we replace our body every so months, our skin falls off, we get new skin. Reiki
Hmm.
deals with the
Hmm.
blueprint. It fixes the blueprint. It regrows it where it needs to go. However, if a person has such a strong willpower, we can go ahead and fix this element and they'll mess it back up. So it's not completely cured because it's back happening again.
Right, right. So would it be kind of like a repetitive kind of treatment that would have to happen like over a certain amount of time?
Yes,
So,
for certain
okay.
clients that have certain like
Hmm.
addictive issues within personality or just certain issues within their shadow self or inner child that they're having a bit of time changing that requires them to do constant other types of work in correlation with it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Wonderful, sis. Okay. So let me ask you this question. If somebody was interested about educating themselves on Reiki,
Mhm.
what would be your advice to give them as far as taking that journey to educate themselves on?
Someone fresh, new, no idea what Reiki is, or okay.
Yeah, this is a beginning level. This is somebody who may be watching this and has heard of this for the first time and had no idea what it is, but wanted to educate themselves on it further after they watched this episode.
Hmm. I would suggest if they're looking for free resources, you can look up plenty of different books online. I love Lisa Powers. I talk about her all the time. I have a few of her
Okay.
resources as well. Um, and also on YouTube, I forgot the exact channel. I think it's like Reiki Organization or something like that. I don't suggest using that to call yourself a Reiki practitioner. However,
Right, 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 right.
learning the basics can be very um, very substantial. With me, initially I did that for 2 years before I actually studied underneath someone else. And the first time
Mm-hmm.
I tried to watch a video about like Reiki, I'll be honest, just a simple video on YouTube, I had the most intense migraine because at the time my brain couldn't handle it.
Right.
And it wasn't anything like detail that you get into once you get into a mentorship. It was just surface level.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, thank you for that, sis. Okay. All right. So say we have somebody that has educated themselves, and like you said, you educated yourself for a good amount of time first before you decided to take the step to become a practitioner.
Hmm.
So I want to ask you, what would be the proper steps that you would suggest to somebody who would like to become a Reiki practitioner themselves?
Mm.
Would you recommend an online school? Would you recommend them actually going somewhere in person, having a mentorship in a sense? Like, what would you recommend
It
for them?
depends on the person.
Okay.
Honestly, if a person has very good, what do you call it? Self accountability and ability
Okay.
to keep track on what they're doing and hold themselves accountable, I would
Mm-hmm.
suggest online because yeah, you can still do the things you do from a distance. It's your own time. You can message your mentor if you need, and they still get your attunements. They still work the exact same way.
Okay.
Um, but if you're not that type of person and you're the type of person that, okay, I'm going to do an online Reiki course, it's supposed to be a few hours for Reiki 1, which I think should be last a lot longer, but that's how they are typically these days. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll just put it on and just press play and don't even pay attention. And then they get the time completed and they got the certificate and like, oh yeah, Reiki master. Right, that's.
Yeah, prime example. So remember when we was in high school and we would have a sub teacher and they would come in with the damn TV and they would put in a movie and we just had to watch the movie and sometimes they would ask us questions or sometimes we can go home. So that's kind of what I got from that is like, some people that don't want to do the work and some people that just want the fast and easy way out. Um, I guess they would take that route.
Mhm.
Those who actually are doing it to make a difference within the universe will go about it in another manner. So thank you for that, sis. I appreciate that. Okay.
Okay.
What? What you got to say? Yay.
I don't know. I honestly, I was a distance learner, but the way I learned was very different. I took it very slow, very slow.
Okay.
So my class was supposed to be, I think a 6 hour class. For
Mm-hmm.
me, I broke that up and I spent like 2 months
Okay.
breaking down 6 hours. Cause, and when I went over the material and I looked at it, uh, I'm an obsessive learner. Okay, when I learn
Okay.
something, I learn something. So when I was
Mm-hmm.
learning Reiki, I was like, cool, I like it, the material, but I feel, um, and I also was, when I got different guides, it's taught too fast. You're taught everything way too fast. So by the time you get your attunements, I don't feel when you get your attunement for Reiki that you're automatically Reiki level 1.
Yeah, because the energy takes a while in order for it to travel throughout the body and kind of settle. Because your body, in a sense, well, this avatar has to get used
But
to that.
it's not just that. Reiki
Okay.
level 1 or the different levels isn't just about what symbols you can channel. It's about the
Right.
skill sets that you've
Mm-hmm.
developed to get to that
Mm-hmm.
level. And each level has certain skill sets. So originally, Dr. Yusui, he taught Reiki in 4 levels. I mean, no,
Right.
Reiki 1 and 4 levels, Reiki 2 and 3 levels, and Reiki Master level and 2 levels. He broke that up.
Yeah. So okay. So let me ask you about that because I've read that somewhere too. So I want to know: do you think the reason that he taught um the Reiki master level the way he did is because you were supposed to obtain all that information in the beginning? Do you think that?
I think the way he taught it was to make sure students learned very specific skill sets before they got to certain levels or as they got certain levels. And if they couldn't learn that skill set, they was not getting to the next level.
Right. Right. Exactly. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Cool. Okay. Next question. I'm glad because you just brought up symbols, and that was your next question. What is 5 of your favorite Reiki symbols that you use?
Out of all of them, or just traditional?
Out of the traditional, let me say that,
Well,
because we
traditional is
know
mainly just
it's
like the four of the traditional. So, okay. Well, out of all of them, including traditional, I love the um, Han, the distance symbol, which is the Han San Shou Zenon.
yeah,
I got a list. Okay, I can't say certain vowels.
it's
I
all
love
right.
that
That's the tongue
symbol.
twister.
You know, I love the Jore, which is
Mm-hmm.
the white light. I love that symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I love Kyria, which is basically Chokure inverted, face both ways.
Okay.
I have to choose closely now. Um, I'd say Hearth, which is universal love.
Ooh, yes, that is a good one.
And as of lately, Zonar.
But that's not the first time I've heard you say that though.
Yeah, because Zonar is amazing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but the
Mm-hmm.
symbols are
Yeah.
amazing. But recently, honestly, my latest addiction has been okay. So you know how Chokure you invert it,
Yeah.
Seiki invert it.
You invert Seiheki?
Yes, I do. Because think about it, regular Seiki dispels emotional
Yeah,
issues,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
emotional
yeah.
afflictions, childhood afflictions.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Mm-hmm.
you reverse it, it brings in more positive energy of those afflictions.
Right. So in a sense, you removing and replacing, but you replacing with something healed and something positive and something productive.
Correct. You're opening that conduit. Because before they would just had the conduit of just, okay, let's just get rid of this. Let's get rid of this.
Mm-hmm.
When you do the inverted, it's basically, okay, let's open up the conduit. So even though we all know we do Reiki, it's still going after the session's over for the person. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
bringing
yeah,
in
yeah.
still this positive conduit.
But you know what, sis? That's what I do with my healings. It's like I remove, right? But then I also put back because I feel like sometimes when you take everything away, right? It's like sometimes they feel lost because it's like, okay, well, what part of me, you know what I mean? What
I have
part
a
of me is
question.
still,
Why do
what's
you
up?
say take away?
Why do I take away? I mean, like, in a sense of like, negative energies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, as far as like being stuck, the energy being stuck, some type of emotional trauma, stuff like that is what I'm taking away. And then
So
I'm bringing
Reiki
forth,
doesn't take it away. Reiki
no,
heals it and transforms it. Are you talking about when you
not
remove it?
taking it, not taking it away, more so releasing. Let me say that.
Okay.
Let me say that because with energy, we know it gets stuck in certain places, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
when the energy gets stuck, it manifests into something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, me using the proper wording should have been to kind of release it so it no longer be stagnant and so it wouldn't be stuck. So
Okay, that
that's what
makes
I was supposed
sense.
to be saying. Yeah, that's what I was supposed to be saying. So, excuse your sister and her terminology.
It's
Okay.
okay. It's okay. You just had me like, whoa.
Right, right. But again, that's why you my sister, right? Okay. All right. $1 million question.
Okay.
How would a client know that a Reiki healer is legit?
Well, you can ask for certain things such as their lineage chart.
Okay.
Um, if you're a Reiki healer, you should have your lineage chart. Most people don't really care about it, but it's your lineage for your Reiki. It's
Mm-hmm.
important, especially if you
Mm-hmm.
decide to be a Reiki master and you have students. You gotta give, you have to give it to them as well.
Yeah, that's important information. Okay, and now I want you to explain to the people why is that important information.
Why? Ooh, ooh. Okay, so by having a lineage chart, one, you can determine if it's legit or not legit. Two, you can
Hmm.
actually see the history of their Reiki. Everyone teaches
Okay.
Reiki differently. We all have our little
Yeah.
spices and
Yeah. We
jams to it,
personalize it.
you know?
Right.
And
Hmm.
that's heavily based on who the lineage is as well. So you'll notice certain practitioners, they have similar lineages that go so far down, or they have this one name that pops up everywhere. And you're like, and yeah, they all do that same thing that's similar. And you
Hmm.
can notice different traits through a lineage.
Okay. Right. All right. So now let me ask you this question. When it comes to certifications, right? When it comes to paying certain institutions to become a Reiki practitioner, right? How would one go about making sure that they are accredited in some type of way and that their money isn't going to waste and they think that they're a healer, but they really are?
Well, I can speak just for the US
Mm-hmm.
base. You can look up. So if they're a Reiki practitioner and they're accrediting anywhere, we have Reiki associations.
Yes,
More than
ma'am.
likely, they're going to be accredited by their own Reiki association or a Reiki association that they're joined. Also,
Mm-hmm.
you can look up, I forgot what it's called. I'll come back to that another time. I'm going to call you another day, be like, hey,
It's
sis.
okay. You can always tell me later and I'll like throw it in the description or something
Yeah.
like that, okay?
But you can also just ask, like, who's their association? You know, who are they with? Because if
Mm-hmm.
you're teaching Reiki, more than likely you're going to be with their association. Unless it's one neon ball where they haven't really done anything too much. They're still getting started up, and they're not really involved in any associations with their
Mm-hmm.
business. You know, within them teaching Reiki. But I'll honestly follow your intuition because some people they're not accredited, but they're good teachers, and I know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
'Cause when I was in massage therapy school, I had a massage therapy teacher. She was a Reiki master. She barely even taught me any Reiki. Okay, it was the simplest
Mm-hmm.
things, the simplest adjustments, and she'll make it look at me, and she'll do it, and then no one else will catch in the room but me. But I see it.
Right, right, right. That was y'all little like secret
Yeah, and
technique that
she was
y'all
a Reiki
shared in the
master of like 40 years. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, talented woman.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, that's the definition of when you personalize something and make it your own, right? That's what she did. She tweaked it and made it her own, which helped her students in the long run. You know,
Hmm.
sometimes the technical way people don't really understand too much. And as you said, sometimes when you minimize it a little bit, it grabs a person's attention span a little bit more.
I do want to speak on the technical thing that people don't understand too much. The reason
Okay, go
why they
ahead.
don't understand too much is there's not enough repetition.
Mm,
Certain things, it's you have to build the muscle to do it. Certain things, you'll know how to do it. You're doing the right form. It's not working yet. It's not because you're doing it wrong, honey. It's because that
right.
muscle hasn't been developed to actually do it. So you have to keep
That's
on doing it
right.
over and over. And that's why I say you
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be able to do a 3 hour class and get promoted to the next level because you have to build the muscles that's required for the next level, not just learn the concepts.
That's right, sis. I totally agree with you with that. Okay. All right, my darling. Now we're gonna move on to meditation. And I'm excited because guys, Unique does conduct meditations.
Yes,
Um, she does have a playlist, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I do,
On
but I'm not sure how long that's going to be up. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I might be
Mm-hmm.
taking it off the World Wide Web soon,
Okay.
but
All
there will
right.
be new that's being replaced.
Okay, beautiful. And she's a very, 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 very talented um what would I call you?
Well, I am a certified hypnotherapist.
Yeah, but you do more but it's more though. Like cuz you guide people with comfort and security
Well,
and even though hypnotherapists do that, but for somebody in a hood that don't even think about
Well, I'm also a
Hypnotherapy,
spiritual
right?
life coach. So
There you
with
go.
me,
Yeah.
it blends all together in my services.
Beautiful. Okay, so meditation.
Yes, ma'am.
What would be your suggestion or advice to someone who wanted to know the benefits of meditation?
The benefits of meditation, it circulates your body rhythm. It lowers your blood
Mm-hmm.
pressure. It helps your anxiety. It regulates your blood sugar.
Mm-hmm.
If you experience chronic migraines, you'll notice that go lower as well. If you're experiencing any type of stress-related reactions, that releases. You'll notice that you have more better, clear thinking, better work at making better decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the word quick maths just came to my head. Quick maths may be easier for some people because you're not constantly being bombarded by so many um, boxes of compartmented stuff that needs to be cleared out in your head when you have a constant meditation schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And there's different types of meditation. I'm not just talking about like no.
Right. Because you know that is the stereotype about meditation is people think that they just supposed to be sitting in one spot and it's like you know, and in a minute like a fly buzzes by them, they tweak out because they can't comprehend while their concentration has been broken. So
Yeah.
you guys just heard Unique, and she just explained that that isn't the whole concept of meditation. Okay, so can you explain, uh, sister?
So there's many different types of meditation. Some meditations go as far as focusing on your body, focusing on what you
Mhm.
feel, focusing on what you can hear, focusing on what you can think of, focusing on only one phrase, one word, one
Mhm.
sentence. You can focus on feeling your energy move up and through your body in different ways. You can make different symbols with this
Mhm.
energy. You can focus on a topic in your life which has caused you many stress and concerns. And just really think about everything that brings up, okay? Anything from it could be off topic, and when you realize you get off topic, don't get upset. Like, oh, okay, let's go
Mhm.
back.
Mhm.
Because I get off
Mhm.
topic.
Be Yeah,
But
be mindful of when you get off the topic and maybe why, you know, that happened at that time, you know?
yes.
Um, so yeah, I agree with you with that too, sis. Okay, so let me ask you this. How many minutes a day or how many days a week do you think one should meditate?
So I believe everyone should meditate 30 minutes every day of
Mm-hmm.
the week. But I know that's not realistic for most people. So,
Mm-hmm.
for the average person, 15 minutes. For a person that has kids and is not used to meditating, 5 minutes until you get used to it. Just five
Mm-hmm.
minutes. Sit down and breathe. Sit down, clear your mind.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, beautiful, sis. All right. What kind of meditation would you recommend for beginners? Those who do have uh those who do struggle with holding their concentration or concentration being easily broken.
Counting. Counting breath work. So if you struggle with your mind being broken, count.
Mm-hmm.
Do different counting patterns. There's the square breathing. 4 breaths in, hold 4 seconds, breathe out 4 seconds, wait 4 seconds till you breathe again. And you're just thinking, four, breathe in, four, and you're just counting. You're just counting. There's the very popular 4-7-8 method that is good for
Mm-hmm.
relaxation when you're struggling. If you need to really ground your body, um, you can do like a four. Breathe all the energy out of your lungs, all of it into your chest, caves in,
Mm-hmm.
and then hold it for 4 seconds, and then breathe in. Because you're
Okay.
constantly counting, it doesn't give your brain a chance to even interject.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're focusing your brain on breathing, you get focused on breathing. Breathing is so essential. If you focus on it, it's hard to get off track.
It's hard to, yeah, definitely. Okay. Alrighty. And all right. tools that you like to use during your meditation practices, as far as like bells, singing bowls, other spiritual instruments, and guys, Unique plays a variety of different instruments. Um, yes. So what would be the top five things that you would use?
My lair,
Okay.
definitely. My singing bowls, um, definitely my tuning forks. I love my tuning forks daily. I cannot
Okay.
live without my tuning forks. My
Mm-hmm.
hands. I am a clapper. If I get anything on my wrist, I am jangling the heck out of it. I want to make sounds, okay? If I'm clearing
Mm-hmm.
energy, I'll click my nails to make a popping sound.
Mm-hmm.
And my breath. My breath is very important because when you meditate and you want to focus on using your breath to put you in a trance, you want to drop your jaw
Mm-hmm.
so you feel like there's a ball back there, and then you want to
Yeah.
breathe. You should hear almost like an ocean, and that amazing.
Beautiful. I know exactly what you mean. It's that conch shell kind of
Yes.
sound. Yeah. Um so yeah, okay. Um Alrighty. Another thing I want to talk to you about before we go on to the chakras, okay? You just spoke about using sound
Hmm.
to break up or to cleanse a certain frequency.
Hmm.
Um, can you explain to people how they can possibly do that and how beneficial it is using sound to clear energy in an environment?
Yeah, sound is very beneficial when it comes to cleansing in your environment. Uh, I think we should speak about that first, real quickly. Um,
Okay.
Example: music. Certain music we listen
Mm-hmm.
to. We all know "Nuck If You Buck." Ooh, that says all. Okay. Certain music you'll know will put you in different frequencies. Same thing with different notes, different rhythms,
Mm-hmm.
different sounds.
Mm-hmm.
When you are using chimes, bells, clapping your hands to create dissonance, specifically dissonance, because what you're doing is you're interrupting the energy that's being produced within your actual room, facility, or
Mm-hmm.
area.
Mm-hmm.
And it's introducing a higher vibration.
Ashe, sister.
Um, Most sounds we can make with our physical body, as
Mm-hmm.
far as clapping and chimes, it's going to be naturally higher
Mm-hmm.
without even trying to do anything extra, without putting any extra ashe on it.
Beautiful. Okay, well, thank you for explaining that. Okay, so now let's move on to the
Ooh, I love chakras.
chakras. Yes. Okay, sis. So I'm pretty sure everybody knows the main seven chakras, right? We all know the main seven chakras: root, sacral, solar plexus, heart chakra, throat chakra, third eye chakra, crown chakra, right?
Hmm.
Um I would like for you to explain to those who may not be into the knowledge of chakras, how they work, how important they are to be the centers of our bodies, um, how our emotions are connected to each chakras, how certain illnesses may be connected to chakras. I'm just gonna let you just go. I'm not even gonna ask you no questions.
Okay, I'm writing down right now so I don't forget different things.
Um, uh,
So, emotions, illnesses.
Emotions, illnesses, how they play a major role in the being the centers of our bodies.
Okay.
Um, Also, the sounds that may be associated with all seven of the main chakras. Um, I know we have a lot of different we have a lot of other chakras that a lot of people may not be aware about, and I know it's a lot, so we're not going to get into all those, but if you can if you can get into the chakras of the hands, the chakras of the feet, things that you think people would know, but they don't.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Um, hmm. So when it comes to the chakras are our inner. Hmm. If you could think of the most inner version of you, and if you was to make that into a map of how that
Mm-hmm.
correlates to who you are, that would be your
Mm-hmm.
chakras. The chakras is you without your skin. It's your
Mm-hmm.
processing system. It's the reason why you're doing something. Okay, it could be because it's spinning backwards, it's spinning forwards, it's filled with unnecessary things, it has weird attachments to it, all different types of things. But
Okay, so when you say spin, right?
yes,
Again, for those who don't know, each chakra has an energetic fan system,
yeah. So
right?
chakra literally means spinning wheel.
Right. Okay, so
So each
spin.
chakra typically spins in a direction.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for most people, because it's a vortex. Vortex going in and vortex going out. Typically, people only focus on the front of the chakra. However,
And
they
forget
also
about the
need to
back.
focus on the back of the chakra, which is equally
Mm-hmm.
important. If you're only bringing
Mm-hmm.
stuff in, you're not releasing anything. You gotta let that go if you want the stuff to work.
That's right. That's right.
um, but anything you break it down to, someone is having constant.
So wait. So before you continue with that, so as you said, as far as the wheel goes, right? In a sense,
Yes.
does every wheel spin for every chakra in the same direction? Does it do does it skip every other? One may do clockwise, the other one may do anti-clockwise, or does it depend on the sex of the person? Does it depend on the age? Like how would that work, sis?
It depends on what the person is producing within their own frequency.
Okay.
Um, there's no set ways for a chakra to spin. For some people,
Mm-hmm.
their chakra might just naturally spin a different way because they're producing a different type of element into our matrix system.
Mm-hmm.
That's not usually familiar. That's to throw people off guard, but it's sometimes for some people it's supposed to be that way. That's part of their divine truth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
But typically chakras do spin one direction. But on some people, you'll notice that you'll have one chakra spin one direction, another chakra spin, and then it'll kind of align. You'll notice it'll align because every few is connected. It
It's
makes a
connected
big
to
circle. Mm-hmm.
right, right, right. Okay. All right. So now I want to ask you about the speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything, well, we don't really know how fast it's supposed to go or how slow it's supposed to go, but we do know that when it's moving too slow, that will be considered underactive, right?
Yes.
And when it is spinning too fast, that would be considered overactive chakra. So what would be um what would be a way for somebody to be able to tell that maybe their heart chakra is spinning a little too fastly and and they don't understand why.
Their heart chakra is spinning a little bit too fastly, you say?
Well, it could be anything. Heart chakra, throat chakra, it could be any chakra. But it's spinning faster than it would normally spin. How would they be able to distinguish that in this avatar's form?
Okay, so for the regular person,
Mm-hmm.
unless the average person probably won't be able to tell because they probably haven't developed the muscle to be able to tell. But if
Right.
they've been doing the internal work, they've been working on themselves, and they've been learning how their body feels,
Mm-hmm.
there's telltale signs. You'll feel different heat. You'll feel cold in
Mm-hmm.
certain parts of your body. You'll feel the tightness. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the tightness can be either or because if it's not moving, it's going to be tight. But if it's moving too fast, it also feels tight sometimes too because it's almost like not drying it out, but you're kind of stretching it because it's,
You're
yeah,
straining it.
the strain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if someone is used to doing, if another practitioner, is looking at you or looking at your aura, they would notice, okay, if your chakra is spinning too fast, you should be able to see the strainage on the actual wheel. If you was to look at the chakra and you get close to it, you get up and personal with it, you'll see how sometimes there's tears, there's frays. It's not a perfect symmetrical. It's not symmetrical the way the energy is coming out.
Right.
And
Right.
and if it's not symmetrical, it means it's being forced out too much for the size of the whole. Because everyone's chakras depend on what they've been doing in their own personal healing journey. Certain chakras, they may have big flowers, but a tiny hole that can be pushed out energy. And sometimes they have little flowers and they have a big hole. It really depends on the person and what they've done in their own personal experience.
Definitely, my darling. Okay, next question for you. I want to ask you about, because we did speak about earlier about practicing and putting things to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so for each chakra, right? We know that we do have certain exercises that we can do, certain yoga poses, certain foods that we can eat. But I wanted to speak to you about the chants that belong to certain chakras.
Ooh, I'll be
And
honest. I'll be honest with you. I'll stop you here. I have not used those chants in so long. I have not used those chants in so long.
okay,
Okay,
so
so the way I do it,
mm-hmm,
it's in a more advanced way. I'm sorry, I can't really break it down too much.
okay,
I've learned different frequencies internalized. When you're constantly learning the frequencies, you learn to produce it. That's the end goal, to be able to produce the frequency, not just allow the frequency to heal you. Okay? So
mm-hmm,
I internalize different frequencies and I reproduce it out. And that's how I connect to some of my chakras when I'm doing my own work.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So the very basis of that is learning gratitude. Once you learn gratitude and you learn how to reproduce that out to your energy, it's the same concept, honey.
There you go, sister girl. There you go. Okay, I love that answer. See? Okay, all righty. What else? Okay, I know we went over a couple minutes over, so I'm not gonna keep you too long. But I did want you to tell everybody how they can reach you, how they can book services with you, the services that you may provide, your email address, social media handles, like just lay it all down for them, sis, so they know how to get in contact with you.
So I'm going through a brand change from Celestial Reiki to Awaken and More. So everything now, you can find me at Awaken at More. That's AWAKENED for and an AMOR, like love, That's on YouTube, that's on Instagram, this is on the Bigo app. Same thing for my email address. You can reach me at awakenamore@gmail.com. I have my website out as well. That link is Square sites at Awaken and More, but you can also reach my main site in my link in my profile and any of my social medias through the koji.awakenamore.com as well. And on my site, you can reach me to book any types of healing services, such as Reiki, aura work, chakra work. If you want to do any private mentorship as well, I do one-on-one classes. You just pick which time is available for you, and that's it.
Okay, I have one more thing. You forgot one more thing.
I also create divination items in my book. So you can purchase my book also within my Koji link on Amazon. It's the 44-day shadow work journey. This is a 44-day introspective journey on addressing different majority childhood related traumas that we have internalized and not properly processed. It's worded in such a way that it doesn't seem attacking. It's very easy. It's very easy to digest. It's split in two parts. The first 27 days is journaling. You're going to be journaling and be daily setting attention, setting your goals, setting what you want to do for the day. Some days you may draw a picture. Some days you might write a letter to yourself. Some days you might discuss a certain topic. Now, once you get past the first 27 days, we go into the last 18, I believe. I'm not doing my math. It's not math, and don't judge me. The last portion of it, it is guided meditation. So it is, each day has its own sentence that you meditate on. On the next page, I written down exactly how do you meditate, what process you need to do. If you need to pull out a phone and record yourself reading this out loud so you can replay it again to meditate, do it. It's perfectly fine. We all do it. Oh, honestly.
Okay, so I wanted to say these 5 affirmations that you have here, okay, in the beginning of the book. So number 1, I release angry thoughts and feelings. Ashe.
Ashe.
I release thoughts of worry. Ashe.
Ashe.
I am grateful for my many blessings. Ashe.
Ashe.
I practice expanding my consciousness. Ashe.
Ashe.
And last but not least, I am gentle with all beings, including myself. And that is important, guys, for you to be gentle with yourself, to be loving to yourself, to be forgiving to yourself. Those things are important on your journey to healing, okay? And I hope that you guys reach out to my dear sister because she is super, super, super talented and she will get you guys all the way together. And she's very easy to talk to and very nurturing and loving. And yeah, so holla at her, okay? You guys have her information. This episode will be uploaded to my YouTube channel later on in the week, hopefully before the weekend is out because I got a million things I'll be doing. But I'll try to have it uploaded and I would include some things that Sis has recommended for you guys and suggested. And I will put those in the description. And if you guys need anything, don't hesitate to reach out to Sis. Don't hesitate to reach out for me. Healing is important and we all need to get it done. Ashe?
Mm-hmm. Ashe.
Sister, I thank you for being my second guest on this beautiful journey that I am on. And I look forward to us doing many more podcasts together and discussing more beautiful things. Like I said, she's a genius. So just calling her and
No.
being like, hey, I got
Don't
a
call
question.
me a genius, sis, okay?
She's gonna have an answer for it. So don't even let her even try to sugarcoat y'all off, okay? But on that note, enjoy y'all Friday. Be safe, be protected, be productive and abundant, and share some joy and some love with somebody else. Make somebody else smile so that can make you smile. Ashe?
Mm-hmm. Ashe, pass the torch.
That's right. Love you, sis. I'll talk to you later, baby.
Love you. Bye-bye.